So imagine having your physical computer tower sitting in one city, and then your monitor, keyboard, and mouse are set up in a completely different city. You move the mouse, and there is zero lag. I mean, it feels exactly like you're sitting right next to it.
Which, goes against basically everything we're used to.
Yeah.
Normally, if you just move your machine, like, down the hall, you're suddenly fighting this losing battle with latency.
Right, yeah.
And dealing with a total rat's nest of expensive adapters.
Exactly. But our mission for this deep dive is to look at how the physical limits of our workspaces are being completely, well, erased. We're looking at a product page from HDTVSupply for a device called the Smart-AVI DFX-XT-RX-S.
It's a bit of a mouthful.
Yeah, it really is. But it's essentially a hardware case study in how far this technology has actually come. Okay, let's unpack this.
Well, it really does force us to rethink the fundamental architecture of a computer desk.
Right, because we are talking about sending a 4K HDMI signal plus your USB and stereo audio up to 10 kilometers away.
Wow.
Yeah, that's 6.2 miles for anyone counting. And it's doing all this with less than a millisecond of latency. It's like hiding your loud, heat-cranking server in a concrete bunker across town while you work in a dead silent penthouse.
That sounds pretty ideal.
Doesn't it? But I have to ask, how does this actually improve upon what we already have? Like, don't we already have extenders that do this?
Yeah, we do. But what's fascinating here is the underlying mechanism. We're talking about the shift from copper wires to fiber optics.
Okay.
Older HDMI extenders rely on copper, which, suffers from electrical resistance.
Right, so the signal just drops.
Exactly. The signal degrades incredibly quickly, so you needed these heavy, highly shielded cables just to reliably go a few rooms over. But this system uses light.
Oh, which explains the crazy distance. The source actually mentions it uses a single-mode dual-fiber cable for that 10-kilometer stretch, or a multi-mode one for a 500-meter stretch.
Yeah.
To translate that for you, basically single-mode uses a highly focused, direct laser for extreme distances, while multi-mode bounces light off the inner walls of the cable, which I guess is cheaper, but it limits how far the signal can travel before the light scatters.
Spot on. And because it's using light instead of electricity, you get 10.2 gigabits per second of bandwidth.
That is massive.
It is. It's not just a wider road, it's an optical superhighway. And that bandwidth allows the system to transmit completely uncompressed video.
So you aren't getting a compressed, artifact-heavy, YouTube-quality stream.
No, not at all.
It's pixel-perfect resolution exactly as the graphics card rendered it.
Right, which is completely non-negotiable if you are doing high-end video editing or, like, really detailed visual work.
Okay, but here's my pushback on this. If you're pushing a perfect signal 6 miles away, there's a lot of physical real estate where things can go wrong.
Sure.
Like a micro-interruption in the connection over that massive distance could totally freeze your system.
Well, that is the exact vulnerability the device solves. They use a feature called uninterrupted emulation.
Uninterrupted emulation. So what does this all mean? How does it actually emulate anything?
Think about how a computer communicates with hardware. When you plug in a mouse, your operating system registers a digital handshake.
Right.
If that physical connection drops for even a millisecond, the OS drops the device.
Oh, I see.
And when it reconnects, the system has to pause, re-recognize the hardware, and reestablish that handshake.
Right. You hear the little USB chime, the screen freezes for a second, and then you're back. Which, is fine at my house. But I'm guessing not ideal in a professional setting?
No, not at all. So uninterrupted emulation means the receiver unit on the computer side constantly maintains that digital handshake with the motherboard.
Wow.
Yeah, regardless of what's happening 6 miles away at your desk.
Oh, I love that. It's like leaving a decoy in your bed so your computer doesn't know you snuck out of the house.
Yeah, exactly.
The operating system always thinks the hardware is directly plugged in.
That is a perfect analogy, and the source really highlights this for mission-critical operations.
Like what kind of operations?
Well, like managing interactive conferences with hundreds of attendees, or controlling servers that are processing highly sensitive data.
Oh, right.
In those scenarios, a dropped KVM connection isn't just an annoyance. I mean, a system power-up during a critical command input is a full-blown disaster.
Yeah, no kidding. So you aren't just paying for distance, you're paying for the unbreakable illusion of proximity.
Exactly.
And what really strikes me is the accessibility. The receiver unit is listed at roughly $550.
Which is pretty reasonable.
It really is. I mean, we're at a point where enterprise-grade, Lag-free remote workflow management isn't just locked behind multi-billion-dollar tech campus budgets anymore.
Right, it's becoming foundational. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, it leaves us with a really interesting thought.
Okay.
Well, if consumer available fiber technology can now transparently push uncompressed 4K video and instant peripheral control across 6 miles with sub-millisecond latency. Yeah.
How might this permanently detach our physical workspaces from the noisy, heat-generating server farms that actually power them?
That is a great point. Your silent desk in the penthouse and your powerhouse machine in the next town over, the physical limits really are gone.